Hello, so this is our merchandise management reflection video presented to you by Novelties 2, Class 2RO2. I'm Siki, and my fellow groupmates are Hyang, which is Sixian, Wai Ting, Xing Ting, and Dun Hui. Moving on, the first question we chose was challenges faced when outsourcing and how we overcame it. The first challenge we faced was deciding on a theme. It was very difficult for us as we are not sure what exactly falls under novelties. We are unsure what is novelties and to come up with electronic gadget accessories. The reason for this is that our target market consists of students and teachers, so this will be able to relate to them and the chances of the product selling is higher. However, when Auntie heard of this, she's told us that another group already has the idea and we are unable to use it. It's not only one but two groups. So we have to think of another team and after much thinking we have come up with makeup.
Our first supplier was LK Fashion from Crew 10 that offers a wide range of products from US and Korea and is a Singapore-based and registered company. However, we are unable to bring in Korean products due to the overseas RMT buying trip and no testers are provided from LK Fashion.
Challenges faced from LK Fashion were mainly late replies to our email, and LK Fashion cancelled on our consignment agreement when the submission of our PO was nearing.
So when LK Fashion cancelled on our consignment agreement, we went around looking for other suppliers such as Hotely, Dion International, and Jessilogy. Other challenges faced with these companies are like no replies or late replies, and they do not offer consignment, and they are not registered company.
Okay, so now I'm going to talk about changing of themes. So the first supplier we emailed was Green Dots, which sells candles and lip scrub. However, they didn't reply, so we moved on to the next supplier, which is Uncle Toys, which sells emoji pillows and slipper. However, the problem faced was that both responded at the same time, so we couldn't decide which supplier to choose. However, we have listed down the reasons why we choose Green Dots over Uncle Toys. So firstly, we choose Green Dot was because of we're afraid if we cancel, we'll have a bad reputation. And secondly is that we heard that Green Dots have worked with our seniors before at First Avenue, so there's chances of selling the product. However, on the other hand, we were unsure of the product choice for Uncle Toys, and we have never worked with Uncle Toys before. So, and we also realized that the products that Uncle Toys sell was emoji pillow and it's not easy to sell. Okay, next I'll be talking about rejecting a supplier. So basically, when we reject a supplier, we need to apologize sincerely to the supplier so that next time if we want to work with the supplier again, the supplier will be willing to work with us. And then there's another problem faced was that we were unable to hand up submission on time, such that we had trouble editing product handbook because some of our group mates went for the overseas buying trip. Then we could not confirm the products also because due to late replies from the supplier. And lastly was that we also needed more time for bank endorsement because the supplier was overseas and she couldn't do the bank endorsement on time. Yeah.
Moving on to delivery issues, the first delivery issue is that our supplier was unable to make it on designated date and time, and this has caused a lot of inconvenience to us, as it will be very rushing for us. However, we managed to change the timing and settle everything on time. Another delivery issue is that our supplier was unable to provide some products at last minute. Supposedly, we ordered 22 cents of wax shorts, but she can only provide us 14 cents. So we decided to take the remaining 14 cents and made amendments in our purchase order, cost to fill and sales forecast. So move on to the key learning points in communication process. This includes vendor, various member, and tutors. For the vendor, firstly, the message should be clear and concise to avoid any miscommunication. Secondly, we should also be polite and patient when communicating to avoid any misunderstanding as well. And lastly, explain and elaborate in details to the supplier to prevent any mistakes.
Towards each member of the group, we should always update each other on the progress of our work so that everyone is on the same track. Also, remember to never make any decisions by yourself as this is a group work and everyone's opinions and consent must be given in order to go ahead with the suggestion. If not, this may cause a conflict within the group. If anyone has any doubts, always ensure to clarify it with your members. If not, you may end up doing the wrong thing and dragging the whole group down, which may cause late submission at the very worst. Lastly, we should all be understanding towards each other because everyone has their own set of problems, be it family or personal problems. Towards the tutors, we must always be respectful to them despite our own emotions. If your tutor asks you for updates, reply promptly and frequently update them on your progress even without them asking. Lastly, if there are any problems that the group is facing, always try to come up with a solution and do your best to solve it before approaching a tutor. If there is a must to approach a tutor, present a solution to the tutor and ask for any feedbacks or improvements. In conclusion, this journey as a group was definitely not a smooth sailing one, but we all learned a thing or two from this. And the things that we learned are greatly applicable to real life situations such as problem solving skills which are used daily in one's life.